Welcome to We Are Not Experts. This one I'm doing without Primo. For those who don't know, my name is Swan. And we are not experts. We really just talk about things, different stuff. We've been doing a lot of, as we started the channel, we've been doing a lot of Black Panther stuff, a lot of Black nerd stuff, a lot of things that dealt with things we're interested in. But today, something that's been bothering me. People keep talking about W'Kabi and why W'Kabi, if you haven't watched Black Panther, why W'Kabi kind of turned on T'Challa, about how they at the beginning of the movie they talked about how they were brothers and they were so close, and then by the end of the movie he was ready to kill T'Challa and how it was wrong and everything of that nature. One thing that gets me is people keep acting like W'Kabi didn't have his reasons, like he was just doing too much and backing Eric instead of backing T'Challa, since T'Challa was his boy. All the while ignoring his reasoning, or at least the reasoning I see. Now, I could be wrong. I mean, the title of the channel is We Are Not Experts, but this is a segment I call Swan Rants. Anybody who knows me knows that I kind of have a tendency to ramble. Not ramble, but just kind of rant on things that annoy me. And this is one of the things that's been annoying me. Everybody's been talking about how much W'Kabi is just this traitor and it didn't make sense what he did, but I kind of want to give my background into why I think he was actually right, which is kind of ironic that everybody's saying Killmonger was right, and I'm like, nah, man, he's technically wrong. While everybody's saying W'Kabi was wrong, and I'm like, nah, man, he's all right. But here we go. For those who don't know, W'Kabi is he is a character in the movie Black Panther. I mean, he was part of the comics as well. But he is played by Daniel. I can't even pronounce his last name. Daniel Kaluuya, I think is how you pronounce it. But you know, the guy from Get Out. Everybody knows him from Get Out. He was also in an episode of Black Mirror. For anybody who watched that, but I think he was a dope guy. He was part of. He was the head of security for Wakanda's border tribe. And he was T'Challa's best friend. So that's also why people just think it's so wild that he turned on T'Challa. But I want to give my reasoning as to why I believe he did. And this will be a shorter episode, or maybe not, because I tend to talk a lot. But to jump right into it, I think where we first start off is one of the first things we learned about W'Kabi was that his parents died in the attack by not Killmonger, but by Claw. And I think that plays more of a role into it than anybody wants to talk about. Sure, his parents died like 30 years ago. But I think one of the big things about it was the fact that he felt like there was always, like he kind of gave this he kind of insinuated to me that he always thought something was going on. He was like, you know, your father was supposed to be looking for Claw for 30 years and he never did, you know, and now it's your turn. So what's up with that? You remember he volunteered to go with T'Challa to go get Claw when they finally found out where he was. And I mean, it's no way you hadn't seen Black Panther or you wouldn't be watching this video. It wouldn't make sense. So I'm not going to say spoilers, but anyway, spoilers. But when he wanted to go after Claw, and you remember T'Challa said, no, we need you to stay here, protect Wakanda's borders, yada, yada, yada. If you look at him, he seems kind of like, you know, he's kind of mad about it, but he stays because that's his job. He has to do what he's supposed to do. Then T'Challa comes back and he says, oh, he slipped through my fingers again. To which W'Kabi, you know, he seemed real disappointed. He seemed this, that, and the other. But that didn't seem enough to make him turn on Killmonger. I mean, not Killmonger, but on T'Challa. But where I think it became was when he met Eric, when he met Killmonger. And I assume they had this kind of conversation. And to come to find out that, you know, Killmonger or Eric is T'Challa's cousin. His uncle was actually the one who helped Claw in this big explosion that killed a lot of Wakandans. He was aided by T'Chaka's brother. Well, T'Chaka, as we know, he killed Killmonger's father, and Zuri saw it. Zuri was there and everything like that. And I think that's that. I feel like that's the big crux of it, where you have someone who wants justice for their parents, but everything it never seems to come to fruition. Then you come to find out the person who's supposed to be in charge of getting this justice found out, you know, years and years ago, decades ago, that his brother is actually the one who all this happened because of, who was the one who kind of orchestrated it. Well, maybe not orchestrated, but definitely helped it happen. And not only did, and I think he kind of ignores the fact that he killed him, but in his mind, it's you knew this and you didn't say anything. You didn't say anything. You didn't try to you didn't try to change it so that the people of Wakanda knew. You didn't try to get justice for me. You killed your brother and you hid it like a family thing of shame. And it's probably one of those things where, or at least what I see it as, is that Wakabi saw it as him trying to cover up for the shame of his family, and thus was not trying to find Claw. He wasn't trying to find Claw. In Wakabi's mind, he wasn't trying to find Claw because he didn't want what happened with his brother to come to light. So when he found out that T'Challa didn't also let Claw slip through his fingers, it was one of those things where it's like, oh, so this is going on again, you know, like, oh, like, why can't y'all catch him? Then he finds out that T'Chaka actually killed his brother. He knew the whole time that his brother was one who orchestrated this. He found out that his brother was that I need to find his name, but that that Killmonger's father was actually one who helped orchestrate. That Killmonger was royal bloodline. That he didn't just disappear like everybody thought. It was one of these things where it's like, oh, you've really been covering it up, and now we found out for sure. And now it looks like T'Challa helped him cover that up. He helped him cover it up because why else would it be that your father tried for 30 years, couldn't do it? I put all my faith in you. You're my best friend. You're supposed to do it, but you couldn't do it as well. It just seems, off to Wakabi. And then you see Killmonger comes in and says, nah, your father killed my father. I'm just as rightful to be king as you. And it's just that anger in the sense that, like, you sided with, you kept up this facade. You kept up this facade to pretend like you're trying to get this guy, but you're really not. You knew what was going on, because that's why you didn't want to say, you didn't want to ask him what his name was. You knew what was going on because you, to be honest, he walked up to him and he whispered in his ear, I know who you are, all this, that, and the other. And it's one of those things where I believe that Wakabi felt betrayed by T'Challa in the harshest sense, because it's like, every day I hope for justice for my parents. I hope we find this Claw guy. And it's like the whole time your family has known what Wakandan helped out. And it wasn't just that y'all knew it, it was somebody who was really close to your family. And y'all kept it secret from us. Why? Why did y'all keep it secret from us? Was it because not just that you knew what was going on, but like maybe you all were complicit in it. And maybe y'all are trying to hide it by not catching Claw. This guy comes in and kills Claw, brings him to me. He tells me everything that happened. He grew up someplace else, so I don't feel like he's doing something against me. He has a legitimate claim for the throne. He won, even though Zuri cheated and T'Challa cheated. There's a whole lot of cheating going on in that thing. But it's like, while T'Challa was still the rightful king because he didn't submit, nor did he die, it's kind of one of the things like, I don't want to follow you, bro. You lied, your father lied, y'all continuously lied to us about who killed my parents. That's a big thing for me. And maybe that's the thing that the movie should have done. Maybe the movie should have played up how big of a deal it was for Wakabi that his parents died. How big of a role it played in his life. They touched on it briefly, but I think if they would have done something bigger, if they would have had, if they would have showed how much it affected him instead of just kind of glossing over it. Oh, I'm mad that my parents died or whatever like that. Then maybe more people would understand. But but if you look at it from the lens of someone feeling betrayed, someone feeling betrayed by not only their best friend but their king, feeling betrayed that they were essentially hiding someone that they thought, or he probably thought that they were hiding and aiding someone that actually, resulted in the deaths of not only his parents, but a bunch of Wakandans and things of that nature. I think that's the reason why it gets to be why he betrayed him and why he wanted to kill him, because it's that anger. It's like, I've been wanting to lay hands on the person who killed my parents or who had a role in it. And the only people right now who are alive who had a role in it was you. you know, at least in his mind. Claw's dead. Eric's father is dead. T'Chaka is dead. Zuri well, I mean, he's dead at that point as well. Which I guess there was a lot of death in this movie, and I didn't realize it. But yeah. So I mean, that's essentially it. I feel like he felt like he was betrayed. Um, I felt like he felt like the royal family was doing a lot to cover up and was trying not to catch Claw while he put in everything, while he put his faith in them to do it. And it's like, I don't want to follow y'all no more. I'm extremely pissed off at y'all. And I'm going to follow this new guy because he almost rightfully got the king. Got the crown. And in fact, he probably would have won if Zuri didn't stop him from chopping. He probably would have showed off and threw him off the cliff or whatever like that. But that's just my thoughts about W'Kabi. I'm sorry, it's been burrowing my mind, so I wanted to tell somebody, and y'all give me something to do. Give me somebody to tell the 8 people who. I'll stop saying that, but I mean, anyway. Again, my name's Swan. This is We Are Not Experts. If you want to, please click that subscribe button. Let us know people out there watching. Click the like or have conversation with us. We have a couple conversations going on in the Was Killmonger Wrong thing, and normally I'm the one responding. Primo said he's going to jump in there soon, and he wants to engage with the people as well. But I just love these conversations. So please hit like, hit subscribe, all that. I'm gonna put links down somewhere in this thing, maybe here, if I can figure out how to do it. To the other videos we did. We just did one on who should be next, who should be the next Black superhero to get their own animated series, their own animated movie, their own live action series, their own live action movie. We did one on that, and we also did, our first video was Killmonger Wrong, and here goes was W'Kabi Wrong. So hopefully y'all liked it. Hopefully y'all subscribe and everything like that. Please comment if you think I'm wrong. I often make mistakes. No, I'm just kidding. I don't make mistakes that often. But it could be a logical flaw in there. Maybe it's a piece of the movie I missed. As we always say, we aren't experts.